Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Shorts Brewing Company out of Elk Rapids, Michigan. I knew they were Michigan, but I couldn't remember the city or town. This beer is called Purest Form. The description, just you can see right there at the bottom, it just says oatmeal stout. So it's pretty straightforward. Hoping it's pretty traditional. It is 7.7 ABV. So generally, you don't, I mean, sometimes you get imperial stouts brewed with oats, but if you just see something that's just called an oatmeal stout, usually it's like 5.5 or something like that. So it seems a little big for the style, which I'm not hating. We'll see what we get. Oh, this one, sometimes it's nice to just have a pretty simple beer, so we'll see what we got here. So as you can see, it pours a pretty dark brown color with a nice smaller beige head. It's dissipating a little bit, but it's not super fast where it seems like it's like super carbonated. So it smells. I'm getting a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of smoke actually. Slightly roasty. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it starts out with a little bit of like a dark fruity character, which is kind of disappointing. Because I wish it was just more roast and heft. But that's just the beginning. It does fall into a nice like roasty, dark chocolatey finish. A little smoky. So generally oatmeal stouts come off as like a more silky body and like creamy. This really isn't like that. It's kind of watery, but the flavor's there. I mean, it for a traditional old school stout, it's okay. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. And now that I think about it, when I had that, I don't even know if I loaded the video yet, so I guess I shouldn't talk forward and backwards. But I did a video for Great Lakes Blackout Stout. Excuse me. And I kept tasting this taste that I thought tasted like watermelon, which I thought was, excuse me, very, very strange. But now I'm kind of getting the same thing. But I think what it is it's a combination of earthy, bittering hops and like roasted smoky malt. I don't know why those two combinations would combine for that, but like I'm getting a little bit of that in this. But if I really think about it and pull apart the flavors, I think that's what it is. So, it's not bad, but it's not really where I want it to be. But I can't say that I hate it. I'm not gonna call it a dump. I think I'm on my scale of buy, drink, dump. I would say this is a low drink. I'm not. It's not worth a dump. It's still fine to drink, but sometimes the only reason I say it's a low drink is because I can only imagine, like, sure, I know short stuff in general is pretty cheap, especially something simple like this. This is probably only, like, I don't know, $1.50, $1.75 a bottle. So for me to say something is only a drink and it costs that only that much, it's not that great. So that's kind of my thought on this. But again, if you only paid that much, that's what justifies it as being called a drink. I guess if you paid more for it, then that would even justify it more being called a drink because you realize you spent too much money on it. You don't want to waste the money. But regardless, that scale really shouldn't factor that much into a price. Just based on the flavor, I'm just going to call this a drink. I don't mind drinking it, but it's definitely nothing special, and I for sure wouldn't go back to buy this again. So that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.